This is exactly what I was afraid of with trying out a menstrual cup out in the world. What do I do when it's leaking and I need to reinsert it, but I'm in a public bathroom? Help me. I woke up this morning and I have a few breakouts. I think I'm about to start my period, so I'm just going to take this little guy, throw that in my gym bag, and then hope no surprises come upon me while I'm working out. I made it into the trash can over there. I'm just kidding. That's pretty freaking close though. Okay. Round 2. Ooh, this is not gonna work. Oh my god, maybe it's gonna work. Bathroom confessionals from Alyssa. I'm actually really excited for this. I'm really excited for this period. But I'm actually really excited for my period this time because last time I had my period, it was while I was off of work for 2 weeks. So I was at home the entire time. So if I needed to, I had a stack of tampons there just waiting for me. Here, not so much. Tampons are in short supply unless I want to like get one of these nasty ass cheap cardboard ones, or I mean, my work does have pads, but first off, I don't wear pads. Secondly, I'm wearing a thong, so I couldn't wear a pad even if I wanted to. So I'm really excited to see how wearing a cup while at work plays out, because that is something that is it's just like being on your period at home is one thing. Being on your period while you're at work is a whole other issue altogether. Day 1, hour 1, minute 1, counting down, and we're gonna see how this works out over the course of the day. So I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit and see and let you know how things are flowing. So it's like 1 o'clock right now and I'm leaking, and I don't really know what to do because I'm in a public bathroom. So if I take it out, I have to like leave the stall and go wash it in a public sink. I went to the gym during my lunch and I fixed that whole situation while I was in the shower. So I didn't have the whole like, I didn't have to deal with trying to deal with a menstrual cup in a public bathroom. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and it's driving me nuts because I'm very fortunate that I have a gym to go to like do this in a shower, but I know like nobody else has that option. A friend of mine, Jess, who I work with, she actually uses a menstrual cup as well. So I'm gonna talk to her about this tomorrow and get some input and advice from her. She actually also did a vlog on this too, which is kind of what inspired me to like try this out. Maybe she's got some tips that I have yet to discover for myself, and she can bestow some knowledge upon me so I can quit dealing with leakage. I also just realized that I have reported to you guys from a bathroom every single time today, except for this morning when I first grabbed my cup, so sorry about that. But not that sorry, because I have to deal with this. Sitting on a toilet waiting for people to leave the public restroom so I can talk to a camera. That is my life. Welcome to the world of vlogging. Hey Jessica.
Yes?
Do you have a minute to talk? I need some womanly advice on something.
I'm actually really busy. I'm just kidding. Sure.
Okay, let's go. We can just go in here. You still use the menstrual cup, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Have you had any problem with leaking? Because
Yes.
I can't like seem to figure out how to not leak. So I'm wondering, like, do you still have a problem with leaking?
Yes, always. Honestly, you know who could help you though is Stacy. Stacy also uses the menstrual cup,
Really?
and she's been using it forever. Literally every single time. I've used probably like 4 different menstrual cups, the Diva cup, like knockoff brands, and like 3 knockoff brands, and the Diva cup actually gives me the most trouble. Like
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's the one I'm using.
Yeah, I think it's too like slippery or something. I don't know, that it just moves constantly, and that's when I leak the most. So
Okay.
So one of the knockoff brands has probably been the best, but it depends on like how you apply it too. Like like Stacy tells me to do it standing up and then like squat a couple times, and if you don't hear that, then it didn't work, you know?
Okay. It's like I've been following the instructions of like insert it and then rotate it 360 degrees.
I would recommend like watching a lot of videos.
Yeah.
And then just like literally just like
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like pull on it. If it like comes out, then then it's not.
It's obviously not suctioned in there.
Yeah, it has to be like a little hard to like tug out.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Elizabeth coming at you from my work's public restroom yet again. Welcome back to my bathroom, guys. I went ahead and I followed Jess's advice of what Stacy told her. I reinserted the cup, did some squats. Right now, just waiting, and then we will see what happens within the next few hours, just to be extra safe. Yeah. Right. One more. That fucker is up in there now, so. No leaks. No leaks 2019. Okay, so it's the end of the day, and I, as far as I know, have made it the entire day without leaking. So I'm gonna check right now. And thank God the bathroom is empty so I can talk to myself. I mean, not myself, you guys. I'm talking to you guys. But really, I'm talking to myself. Because I'm a crazy person, talking to myself in a bathroom stall. Okay. It's the moment of truth. Check this out. Do you guys see that? Your answer should be no, because there is nothing to see. This is normally my heaviest day of my period. It's day 2, so I'm shocked that there's nothing to see. I think the squatting after insertion is key. You gotta squat, which is great. I love squats. I'm all about those squats. But yeah, I think that's what did it for me. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking to you guys while I'm sitting on a toilet though. Even for this vlog, that's just a little weird. We're good friends now though. We've crossed that boundary. You guys are my friends. I don't talk to people on the toilet unless they're my friends. So, you're welcome. I think the squat thing like really worked today, so I'm going to wear this through the night and see what the situation is in the morning. Before I was really concerned with like making sure I push it up far enough, but as long as I just like get it in there and like get it in upright, it's just going to like kind of go into my body itself. I don't need to force it up there. I can just let it kind of happen naturally. So that's what I did today as well, in addition to the squats, was just kind of like putting it in just enough and then letting my vagina eat the rest. Is that weird to say? Should I say something else? And then letting my vagina swallow it up? I think that might be weirder. It's late, I'm tired, I've had a long day. My phrases are not on point right now, and I apologize for that. Bedtime, see you in the morning. So I have good news and I have some bad news. Good news first, my bed sheets are still clean. Bad news is I am running late to get to the gym right now, so that means I have to take out my Diva cup and reinsert it at the gym. It's bad news for me because I have to deal with the insane amount of women trying to use the showers at the gym. And more bad news is it looks like my feet are going to get wet because these streets are flooded right now. Oh, I'm so not stealthy. Okay, all right. I can't do this with a phone. Update, my feet are dry. So far. Kind of fucked up, and I didn't do what I needed to at the gym, so now I am back at my public restroom at work, about to remove the cup, wash it in a public sink, and then reinsert it. So we're all women, so if women can't deal with a woman taking care of herself, then that is their issue, not mine. I'm still hoping that like nobody walks in on me, but we all go through this, so it's better to support each other than to judge. So let's try this out. A little gross because I can't immediately wash my hands right now, but I am happy to report still no leaks. And actually when I removed the cup, I could hear the suction of it unsuctioning itself, so I really think the squats is what is doing it. I legit forgot about my menstrual cup, which is a good thing because I didn't have any issues with it all day, so I completely forgot about it. And I forgot I needed to take it out because I can only wear it for 12 hours, and it's been 12 hours. But that's such a good thing, you know? I bet if I left it in all night, like, it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, it's not good. I'm sure it's not good, but compared to like leaving a tampon in for a day straight, which is horrible, like it could cause so many issues, I bet like leaving a menstrual cup in longer than 12 hours is like, you know, you're not supposed to do it, but you're not gonna get toxic shock syndrome if you do it. So I'm going to remove it and go to bed. I'm tired. Yay! I really just wanted to take a moment to kind of wrap this up with some of my closing thoughts that I had throughout this whole experience. This was by no means easy. As you saw, I did have quite a few problems with leaking, which really sucks. But in hindsight, thinking back to when I was a teenager and I first got my period and I was trying out using tampons for the first time, that wasn't easy either. That actually took me a lot of practice. Just like using tampons for the first time, there is a learning curve to this. With more practice and more experience with using this, it is going to get better and easier. As frustrating as this experience was, I still really enjoyed using a menstrual cup overall. Obviously, one of the main cons in using it was the leaking. And then, you know, when you're in those situations of having to remove it and reinsert it when you're in a public restroom. Those were my two biggest downsides with using a menstrual cup. But there still were a lot of positives to using a cup, and for me, the positives outweigh the negative, which is why I'm still gonna continue using it. Aside from all the very obvious positives, which they market on the box, in my experience, a couple things that I really enjoyed were, first off, I don't smell my period blood, which is amazing. That was always something I was really self-conscious about every single time I was on my period and using a tampon. Whether or not I was leaking, I felt like I could smell it, and I felt like everyone else could smell it, and it was gross. Like, that's just, ugh. The only reason why you can smell your period blood to begin with is because when the blood hits the oxygen in the air, that's what creates an odor. But with a menstrual cup, there is no blood hitting the oxygen in the air, so henceforth, yes, I just used the word henceforth, there is no odor until you actually remove the cup. That was a wonderful positive that I didn't even realize was a thing until I started using it, and I was like, I don't smell my blood, what is this? I smell clean. Another thing that I really enjoyed was, I could be crazy. This could be a really, like, I'm the only person in the world who's done this, which I really feel like I'm not, but it happens. Sometimes when I'm using a tampon, I either forget that I'm using a tampon, or I thought I removed it and I reinsert another one. So not only do I have an old tampon sitting inside me that's been in my body for who knows how long, I just added a new one into it. And then it's not until I pull out the new one that I realize, oh my God, I have another tampon inside my body, holy shit. I'm honestly amazed that I have never gotten toxic shock syndrome, because that has happened to me more than I would care to admit. And I really hope I'm not the only one, because that would make me feel a lot better about myself. Not having to deal with that issue of using 2 tampons at once, because you know, you either have the cup inside of you or you don't. That was also a really great positive aspect that I liked. Something that I really loved too, I was doing a little bit of research in terms of like, do I have to wait until I actually start my period to use it? And the great thing is you don't have to wait. If you think that you're about to start your period, you can go ahead and insert it and just, you know, just make sure that in 12 hours you take it out and you wash it and you're good to go. Funny enough, because I'm one of those women who bleeds 25% of her lifetime, I am currently on my period yet again. Yay! Just the other day, I was looking at the calendar and I saw, okay, I think I'm about to start my period within a couple days. And so I went ahead and put in the cup, and then that same day I started my period. So if you think you're about to start your period, you can totally use the cup. You don't have to wait until you ruin your underwear, ruin your pants in order to use a tampon, or not use a tampon, use a cup. Going forward, that is something I'm always gonna do, is just like a day or two before I'm about to start, just gonna stick that bad boy up there in there and just like take some extra precautions and good to go. So I love that aspect of using a menstrual cup. All right, so to really keep this brief, I just want to wrap up by saying I hope that some of my afterthoughts that I just mentioned helped you guys. Maybe it answered a couple questions that you were wondering about that I didn't really touch on in the last parts of my video. If you have any other questions that I still haven't touched on, feel free to ask. Would love to answer those for you. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, or you can just, you know, watch it over and over and over again. You can also hit the subscribe button. Make sure to stay up to date on all my latest videos, other reviews that I'm going to be doing, random shenanigans and adventures I will be getting into. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys.